On the run, it's Crowell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
On second down, here's Crowell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
But we know one thing, Isaiah Crowell can run if given an opportunity. Had the longest run in the NFL in 2016, an 85-yard touchdown sprint, week 2 against Baltimore.
This one not quite as long, didn't end in 6, but still a great game. And he'll lose yardage, brought down at the 32. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
They'll try to throw here. Kaiser. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 23 yards on the play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice was
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Now a second down throw for Kaiser. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. First down carry now for Crowell. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. They go play action. Kaiser going underneath for Crowell. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Offense working with a 2nd and goal now from the... And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Duke Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. It's Marcus Wheaton now to return it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Shift together here from the D-line.
Here we go.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a first down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. Touchdown, Chicago! Jordan Howard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Again, it's Crowell. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd down.
Yep, they're in the nickel. They'll try to run for it with Crowell. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 34 yards there at a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Fresh set of downs here. Now a play fake here on first down. Kaiser hit, and he lost gets the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Kaiser now on second down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. David Njoku was the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. A little dump off for Crowell. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns. They go back to the ground now with Crowell. And, oh, a good hit there and knocked down hard. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Second down, Kaiser. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking to get it to Kenny Britt that time. Third down here.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Here we go.
On second down, Trubisky. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Danny Shelton able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down.
Here we go.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45. We remind you, no night game tonight on Christmas Eve, but we make that up with 2 games under your tree tomorrow. Oh, that's nice. Yes. I'm just reading the card. I got to give props to our writer, Ed Brady, there. But we start with the Steelers and Texans at 4:30 Eastern, followed by the Raiders and Eagles, a Super Bowl 15 rematch. You impressed that I know that?
I'm very much impressed that you know that. Who was the MVP?
Yep, that'll be at 8:30 Eastern from Philadelphia. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They keep it with Crowell on first. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd and 1, here's Kaiser. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Leonard Floyd. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. On 4th down, off goes Kaiser. On comes the Browns kicker, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal attempt. This a 43-yard attempt. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The number 1 overall pick, Myles Garrett. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now Trubisky on the left side. A catch by White. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it?
Oh, Kaiser can't get away, and he'll go down. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 18 yards on that one. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
That's an excellent run right there on 2nd and long. Didn't get back all of it, but a huge chunk. Now they're in 3rd and manageable and back on schedule and trying to pick up a 1st down.
Kaiser now. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. On 1st and 10, Kaiser. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts.
Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The #1 overall pick, Myles Garrett, showing why he was the #1 pick as he gets him behind the line. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve, as we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays.
They've got his man complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did. And
it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Leopard! Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Set! Green!
Out of the gun, Trubisky eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
Let's go!
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Browns on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Kaiser. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
It's a 69-yard punt. 69 yards. Wow. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
They go play action here on 1st down. That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Sammy Coates, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage, look defensively. Now Trubisky on 1st down. He leads this one for Howard. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. This is Howard on 2nd down. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Another nice run there by Jordan Howard. And when we talk about fresh legs, how about 2016? Jordan Howard, the #2 rookie rusher. Heck, the #2 rusher in the NFL behind another rookie, Ezekiel Elliott.
In the first 3 weeks of the season, he only had 12 carries. So once week 4 hit, really found his groove. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Shift together here from the D-line. They go with Howard again. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. Looking for White on the deep ball. And he fires one that's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They'll throw here. Kaiser to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he is knocked down from the side at the 28. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And he's got his tight end, Njoku. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Come on, let's go! Ohio! Let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. Isaiah Crowell, he's all alone. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Crowell, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns add on to their lead.
When you know you've got a home run hitter on your side of the ball, and you know that he can score from anywhere on the field, it usually inspires the rest of the guys to do their jobs even better. That resulted in a lot of great blocks downfield because they knew if they gave him space, he could do exactly what he did, put the ball in the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And
so the offense has it 1st and 10. Again, it's Howard. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. Flushed out right. That's complete to Meredith. And he'll be knocked down sideways. Right there around the 35-yard line. They'll get 19 yards there. And that leads to a Chicago 1st down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Jabril Peppers, the rookie from Michigan. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. That's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. This is Crowell. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Crowell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They'll toss it to Crowell. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Cleveland, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.